Have you put your name on the transplant list?
Yes, I did. And actually it's great because even if I took a while to decide on this, they actually backtrack it to the day of my surgery for the tube so that it actually pushes me up on the list a little bit more.
How was the place on the list offered to you? What list are you on?
I'm not sure yet, but they did place my name on there. I still have to go through several procedures that I'm learning every week on what to do, and I'm talking with um, my surgeon on that. I do know that when I did research, and this is like old information, so it's like a couple of years or so old already, but there were at least, over 60,000 people waiting for a kidney. And so it's probably more now. So I really don't expect to be that far up. I'm still healthy. Um, this APD is doing well for me. Um, if there is one that comes across, I do know that they do extensive research on whether whoever the donor will be, they will check and double check and triple check to make sure that they are a match for me. They won't just choose anybody and just say, oh, here you go. But, one, we have to believe they have to be of the right blood type, for example. They cannot have any diseases, like they cannot smoke, they cannot have cancer, they, certain things, because what's the sense of putting someone else's maybe possibly damaged kidney in me? They want to make sure it's healthy, and they want to also make sure that the person, whoever the donor is, whether if it's living, for example, that they're willing to do that. And if it's not a living donor, then that's where the waiting time will probably come in for me. And God bless them. I'm still hesitant to ask anybody. So I'm still getting used to doing that. I mean, like I said, local people, we have a tendency to not be too vocal about certain things or asking for certain things like a kidney, So that, I mean, that's really uber personal. So I've had several people who were wanting to do that. It's just I don't have too much faith in that because I know their lifestyle. But the doctor told me, don't judge. Just have them go through the process and let the doctor tell them they can't be, or if they can be. You never know. So it also taught me not to judge people based on what they do with their lifestyle. But it's my body, right? So I want to make sure I kind of know, if it's somebody I know, I want to make sure I know what kind of lifestyle they led. So there's that.
I know that UCSF has a program for
Mhm.
transplants for people in Hawaii. Would you be involved in that?
Yes, ma'am. I believe that's the hospital that would probably contact us um, on the other end. So there's a bunch of tests and blood work and tons of analysis that they have to do for myself first to make sure that I am a good candidate for a transplant. And then they start looking for, the donor. Um, I'm not sure what that entails. I mean, I read up on it, but you really can't tell until you go through it. Um, because I still don't know what kind of questions to ask yet.
Mm-hmm.
So as the time comes, or as we go through the procedure, I'm sure I will have more questions and more knowledge about what's to happen.
Have they told you how long to expect the evaluation of your health would take?
Not really. They told me it would take a while. So not to, to always keep my phone on. um, So, until I actually go through all the procedures, I really don't know how long it's going to take. And it also depends too, with this COVID, um, there are extra precautions, I'm sure they have to take. So I'm not sure how much longer that adds to the timeline, of things. So, they want to make sure that it's absolutely safe for me to do that. So, I have faith in them, in doing whatever I have to do to make it happen.
Speaking of COVID, have you been offered the vaccine since you're on dialysis?
Actually, no, but I do have an appointment. So I would rather go through Kaiser and do it because I don't have to wait in the long lines. So I actually have an appointment on March 3rd. So that's
Wonderful.
my my first shot. Also the fact that I'm a teacher, not that it matters, but
Mm, it does
so
matter.
yeah. So a lot of my colleagues have already taken the first shot. So I'm just waiting for mine. It's just I don't feel like standing in a long line like everybody else,
I understand.
So so just doing this personal appointment, I mean, I'm for that. I'll pay to do a personal appointment instead of standing in a line.
Me
So
too.
so it's a little bit safer. So yes, I am scheduled for the first shot.
Great.